Well, it's me again, and this is my podcast and my world, where I take you along on an adventure where we get to explore everything and anything that goes on in my mind. Oh boy, is it random, is it crazy, it's nuts, it's all over the place. So grab yourself a cup of coffee and let's have a good time. Oh, hello my friends. Oh, well, we're gonna take a little ride in the car today. If I can, there it is. Get the thing started. Hello, once again, my friends. Hello, I am Graham, and this is my world. Well, this is me telling you about my world, actually. I'm doing another podcast. I figured, what the heck, you might as well. Today is December 31st, the end of the year for 2018, and I figured, you know what? Let's do a little wrap-up of what happened so far this year. Well, what happened this year. And what my plans are for next year. Yay! But I'm not going to go into major detail on what my plans are for next year, because that could take like 7 or 8 podcasts. And y'all know me, I have a problem when it comes to talking. I talk a lot. So, 2018, was, in my personal opinion, an amazing year. A lot of fantastic things happened in 2018 that I never thought would ever happen. The big one, we bought a house. And that is amazing. Well, I shouldn't say we bought a house as much as I now make a really large payment on a house that I'll never truly own. Even if I pay off what I quote-unquote owe to this bank, it'll never really be mine because I'll always have to pay for property tax, which that's a whole nother conversation too. Man, I could run on property tax too for like 5 or 6 episodes. That would be really boring. So we bought a house, or got into a house, and immediately I started throwing wood chips on the ground. And I covered my entire property last year, this year, still this year. Last year will be tomorrow. I covered the entire property in wood chips. The entire property. Anywhere between about 10 inches of wood chips to 16 inches of wood chips, depending on where in the yard I put them down. So, but the majority of the property has 16 inches of wood chips. And you're like, well, wood chips? Why would you ever want to put wood chips in your yard? Why would you fill your entire yard with wood chips? Think of it this way. I am putting money in the bank. It is an investment. That's right, an investment. I am investing in my future. You're like, what? Investing in your future? How is putting wood chips on the ground investing in your future? Right? Isn't that what you're going to think? Well, if you know nothing or very little about permaculture or the new thing, Back to Eden gardening, it's just what it's called, since I think 2009 or 10 or something like that. There was a guy named Paul Gauci that been gardening this way for a long time. He had apple trees and he decided didn't want to water, and God said, hey, let's mimic what's going on in nature, and he's like, all right, cool. And they put wood chips on the ground and held the moisture in so he never had to water. And as the wood chips decompose, they feed the soil and feed the worms, and it's always moist. I guess it's kind of like when you're this way. Best, works for my brain is it's August and it's really hot. We're talking like 112 degrees outside or more, and it's really dry. It hasn't rained in months. And you want to go fishing, and the only place that you can find a worm is underneath a big rock. And so you get the hold of that big rock, you roll it over, and it's moist, and it's damp, and there's worms underneath that big rock. Well, the wood chips are pretty much the same thing. You're covering the ground, and you're protecting the soil from all of the elements of, the heat and the dry air and all that kind of stuff. And the wood chips, they retain the moisture. So we did that, covered the ground with wood chips. Absolutely awesome. I've already noticed if you dig down about 4 inches, it's already starting to break down, and it's pretty cool. I'm excited to watch this unfold as it all happens. So we did that, and of course, all of the month of June, we pretty much repainted the entire inside of the house. I tore a wall down, all that kind of stuff. 2018, we have an RV named Romy, as y'all probably remember. Well, Romy kind of took the back seat in 2018. She kind of got put on the back burner so that we could get the house done and get prepared to have a place to live. Well, in 2019, Romy is going to come out again. A little bit here, a little bit there. We got some final touch-up work and stuff we're going to do. And the debate is still kind of up in the air a little bit. The wife, she wants to sell Romy and look into buying a pull-behind RV instead of Romy, because Romy requires a truck bed to sit in order to take with you. And I've always thought, well, the idea, hey, I could go buy a trailer that used to be part of a truck that somebody converted in, the bed of a truck into a trailer, and we could mount it on that and haul it around. But she says that's kind of a little big trailer park for her. And I kind of agree a little bit. But the budget, there's not a whole lot of room for purchasing big ticket items in it. We have, a mortgage payment now, and a bunch of other things that are going on. So it's, kind of stressful when you start looking at adding, an extra $150, $200 or $300 a month to a already fairly tight budget. So, but that'll be something we're going to looking into the idea of. We'll see where we stand, later in the year, probably about March or April. We'll find out if that's something we'll end up doing in 2019 or not. But 2019 is going to be the year of transformation. You say, well, what are you transforming? Our basement. So half of our basement is finished, sort of, and the other half of our basement is unfinished. And the wife really wants there to be a laundry room downstairs, and she really wants there to be a family room and that kind of stuff. So the half of the basement that's currently unfinished, I will be putting up studs and running some electrical and wiring and finishing out the basement, and making a laundry room and a family room and a very small bedroom, and framing in a utility room. I am looking into pulling out our water heater, and with the idea of possibly putting a hot water on-demand system in. That is something that we've been thinking about for a while, and I'm looking at the idea of getting it done without actually having to pay for it. There's a program with a company called Avista, which is where we get our natural gas from, and apparently they'll pay for you to put in a hot water or a water heater, not a hot water heater. That's kind of weird, but a water heater that is either a natural gas tank water heater or a natural gas tankless if you do the switch from electric. And I'm okay with that. I like the idea of having a smaller space and that kind of thing, but also on the other side of things, I don't want to be the one to have to move the water heater. And the water heater right now is located in a really weird spot. It's got to be moved over. And I've moved water heaters. They're not a big deal. It's easy to do. I just don't want to do it. I don't want to deal with the pipes and all that crud. But it needs to be moved into the space next to the furnace so that I can make a utility room and enclose both of those two units in one closet room-like space. That way I've got an open area that I can turn into the laundry room on one side of a wall, and on the other side of the wall it will become a bathroom, so with a walk-in shower. So I'm kind of got a lot of little plans and that kind of stuff going on in the house, in the basement. I have some finished work that needs to be done as well. Upstairs, where that half wall was that I tore down, I need to finish some drywall work, and I'm going to put a little drop ceiling in and that sort of thing. So there's definitely some stuff that's gonna end up happening. So we'll get there. Just a little here, a little there, but it'll get done eventually here. So yeah, but you know how it goes. You do the best you can with what you got, and make whatever it is happen, right? I mean, and it's all got to be done on a budget. I don't have any choice in that. It's all got to be done on a budget, and it's a really tight budget. My wife is still a stay-at-home mom, and she wants to go back to work, and that's the plan. But at this point in time, it's kind of up in the air a little bit. It all depends on daycare services. We got to have daycare. We have to have someone to take the kids to school and pick up the kids from school. So, yeah, just one of those things. And when it happens, it happens. But we're not going to end up panicking and that kind of thing. We'll just do it when we do it and see what happens. Just play things, play by ear when it happens, So that's really the best way to do it, in my opinion, is just, have a goal in mind of what you want to do, and then, kind of do what you can to try to have that goal happen. So anyways, I'm just rambling now. I'm almost at my destination of where I'm going. So in a blink of an eye, I'll be right back. You won't even know that I left. Oh man, where was I? Yeah, I know, right? Isn't that kind of how this works? Oh man, I haven't done a podcast in so long. Oh, so I just stopped and saw my daughter. She's 17. She's gonna be 18 soon. Oh man, to have an 18-year-old kid really makes you kind of feel old. Oh man, so she I was talking to her on the phone earlier today, and she's like, Dad, you gotta stop by. I haven't seen you in a couple of days. I need a hug. Alright, fine, I'll stop by. So I picked her up a Red Bull. She likes her Red Bull. I'm not into that energy drink thing, but hey, whatever. So I got her a Red Bull, and she's like, oh, I love you too. Oh, so yeah, that's cool. I asked her what she's got planned. You got plans for tonight? She's like, oh yeah, we're having a tamale party. Now, I've heard about this a lot recently. A bunch of my friends have been having these Mexican food dinner things as like a celebration thing. Like, I had a friend of mine, day before Thanksgiving, I think is what it was. they all got together at their house and had an enchilada party. I'm like, oh, okay. And then another one that I've heard of course, is the taco, or not tacos. What's the other one called? All the chips and all the different stuff. I'll remember it here in a minute. And it's like, oh, okay, well, it's different, all right, cool, yeah. Not exactly my cup of tea, although I absolutely love Mexican food. I think Mexican food is great, especially enchiladas. They're one of my absolute fave, especially like chicken and beef enchiladas, like the pulled porky kind of beef, not ground beef. I don't like ground beef, especially my enchiladas, but I'll do it in spaghetti, that kind of thing. But anyways, that's what they're going to do. They're just going to hang out at the house and have their Mexican food, just kind of chill and relax for the evening, which I think is kind of cool. The wife and I, we're not going to do a whole lot of anything. We'll probably get downstairs in the movie theater and watch a movie or two in the theater, have the popcorn machine going, and maybe some pizza, and sort of just kind of chill ourselves. But yeah, it is just what it is, and life is what you make of it. I mean, I had this conversation, speaking of my daughter, with my daughter earlier today. I asked her how she's doing, and she's like, well, today kind of sucks. I'm like, why does today suck? She's like, it's just been a really crappy day all day. I'm not feeling good. They turned off my phone because I forgot to pay my phone bill and all this other stuff. And I said to her, well, it doesn't have to. You can change it and turn it around. You don't have to let it, quote unquote, suck. It's all about how you perceive it. That's that's really what it's all about. Is the perception of the way you look at everything. Somebody says something to you, condescendingly or what, you can perceive it and take it negative, or you can make it positive. It's all about how you view it. So, and how you react to it. You can make any day, bad or not, you can make it a good day. You can make any day a good day. Your dog dies. You can still see light in that day if you look hard enough. And, just be thankful that you have the oxygen in your lungs, and, you have the ability to, do whatever, exist. Be thankful. We have, every day is a whole new start, a whole new fresh go at things. And we have a whole new year in front of us. You can view it however you want. There's always time to turn around. There's always time to start over. There's always time to view it as a good thing. Halfway through a crappy day, you can say, you know what? I'm done with this crappy day. Today is now a good day, and you can make it a good day. You just have to be determined. 2019 has a lot of promises. I'm so excited to share it with you, and I'm going to do my best to be with you here on my podcast and in my garden and with all the little projects and everything that I got going on. And hopefully I can share all of that with you. I love you all so very much, and you have yourself a fantastic rest of your day, and Happy New Year. So until next time, bye for now, and keep looking up.
This has been a Graham's World broadcast, brought to you directly from Graham's Mind. So stay tuned because there's more to come.